Welcome to the Know. I'm Ashley Jenkins.
I'm Jeremy Dooley.
Jeremy's back!
Hey, it's me again!
Yay! Splitscreen is nothing but dust and echoes in Halo 5, but could couch co-op come back in Halo 6 to finish the fight?
Don't make a girl a promise you can't keep. We're quoting Halo lines now, right?
If we could do more of that, then yes, we are. For the first time in the Halo franchise, Halo 5 does not allow you to play split screen with your friends. It's very sad. Gamers have been, well, upset is a word you might use to describe this development since it was first announced back in July. 343, that's another word. 343 dropped this bomb in the middle of a lengthy post on Halo Waypoint where they said the decision to remove split screen support from Halo 5 Guardians was one of the most difficult ones we've ever had to make as a studio. They went on to acknowledge how much fans have liked that feature in the past, and then went on, our decision was driven by a desire for scale, fidelity, and focus to ensure that we would deliver the best quality experience possible. With Halo 5, we are delivering massive scale environments, improved AI behavior, increased visual and gameplay fidelity, something that truly takes advantage of the new platform.
Brag about it, why don't you?
So basically, you can't do that thing you've been able to do since GoldenEye 64 because your new console is too powerful?
Right. Since that announcement, fans have been doing everything they can to get split screen added back into Halo 5, including forum posts, tweets, and even an online petition with nearly 10,000 signatures. Still not as many as the 13,000 plus who are still waiting for a better ending to Mass Effect 3.
Which you're not gonna get.
Nope. Or the 10,000 plus who want a movie where Jack Frost from Rise of the Guardians and Elsa from Frozen get together. Really?
I'm 13,001 now.
But you get the picture.
Well, now that everyone's made their voices heard, it should be easy to just patch it in the game and add it, right? Why not?
Why not? Yeah, all the next gen kids are using patches. They can there too. Yeah, get with the times.
Apparently it's not actually that easy. The main reason 343 cut split screen isn't because they hate screen peeking, it was to ensure that Halo 5 always runs at 60 frames per second no matter what. Frank O'Connor, franchise development director for Halo at 343, confirmed as much in a post on NeoGAF back in the summer. And the reason 343 can't simply patch it back in, the entire Halo 5 engine is built on maintaining the 60 FPS benchmark.
Oh, 60 FPS.
You want it buttery smooth, there's a cost.
This was a series first for Halo, and it was a big deal for 343. Digital Foundry's in-depth look at Halo 5 shows just how much it costs to keep the engine running at a silky smooth 60 FPS, including a dynamic resolution that scales while you play. This impressive technical achievement will ensure that you'll see every single frame of your capture the flag teammate driving off in a Warthog without a single passenger again. I'm just saying it was an example, I'm not bitter.
Basically, Halo 5 is never going to have split screen, and you can blame all those frames. Frank O'Connor confirmed that a patch is out of the question on Twitter, saying, if we could do it, we would do it, but it is what they call non-trivial. He later confirmed that Santa isn't real, and the real reason your parents split up is because of you. Thanks, Frank.
Frank, you cut deep, buddy. He did, however, indicate that split screen may return to the franchise because of all the feedback they've gotten. O'Connor spoke over the weekend about the decision.
Feedback, by the way. Feedback.
Yeah, very, very loud feedback. He spoke over the weekend about the decision to nix split screen in Halo 5 and hinted that it might get a little bit of a revisit for the next game of the series, Halo 6, we assume.
We can count.
On a live stream with Games Radar, he teased, split screen is fun for me too. It's not something that I object to, and we would have loved to put it in. We'll talk about it for the next game, and we'll talk about it for the future.
So hope is not lost, Spartans. You'll just have to put your friendships on hold for the next few years while you wait for a way to play with them.
And a little bit of time.
Little bit. And hopefully in the meantime, your Xbox One spends a lot of time at the gym and gets swole enough to handle high FPS and split screen. Or just, go with 30 for that because the hardware's not going to get any stronger. But is 343 the only studio that's had to make these kind of tough decisions about features that players love? No, while Halo 5 kept its core campaign in the decision to kill split screen, it was probably based around player data and just how much of the player base actually used split screen as a feature. Other studios have made more drastic cuts. For example, Treyarch axed the entire campaign on last-gen consoles for Call of Duty Black Ops 3, citing the technical limitations of the last-gen consoles as the primary reason, but that kind of decision doesn't get made if there are massive amounts of people playing the campaign on older consoles. Life, finds a way. But
good one.
Hey, thank you.
Jeff Goldblum.
Can't go wrong with some Goldblum. But hey, maybe they'll add in campaign via DLC or something. Who knows? Everyone loves DLC. Just add everything in DLC.
Don't count anything out, but according to Steam data, most gamers simply never finish games. Games like Borderlands 2, Skyrim, and Mass Effect 3 only have completion rates like 30, 32, and 42% respectively. Peter Moore from EA recently confirmed that this was the primary reason Battlefront doesn't have a single-player story, saying very few people actually play the single player on these kinds of games. That's what the data points to.
Sure.
Yep, no single player at all. This could also be code for we have to make Battlefront in a hella small window to get it out in time for the movie. That's more likely. So you can take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah, these kinds of decisions aren't just confined to single player either. Assassin's Creed Syndicate gave the game's multiplayer mode the double daggers, probably. Oh, you're
I loved it so much.
Really? You were the only person playing it, probably.
Wanted mode!
No, there weren't enough people playing it to justify from all the technical gymnastics that the developers would have had to do to make it work.
Yeah, so that's two things that are hard for Ubisoft to design. Multiplayer modes and playable female characters.
But you nailed one of those, Ubisoft. We believe in you. You can do the other
Well
one.
done.
Just get the Assassin's Creed team talking to the Rainbow Six team. So, what other things might we see in the future of the Halo franchise along with Splitscreen? According to Frank O'Connor, a Halo without guns.
And the internet collectively spit takes.
Yeah, O'Connor said in a recent interview with Times Techland that he'd love to see a Halo game where players shoot at nothing at all. I know, it sounds kind of crazy, but just hear him out for a second. He said, I'd love to go do a xeno-archaeological expedition to the original Halo ring. You know, take some scientists down, drive around, catch samples, maybe do some detective work, maybe there's a mystery. And it wouldn't require shooting. It's the universe and environment that can still be exciting even without action. So that's one of the things I'd love to see us invest more in. Wow, what a nerd.
Yeah, alright, but here's the thing. I kind of want to play this game. You know, what if it turned into an alien isolation type game where you're hiding from elites?
Or a dating sim of Master Chief and Cortana.
That sounds amazing. Does it have split screen?
Of course it doesn't have split screen. You can't get 60 FPS and split screen. You're crazy.
Well, to keep an eye out for that evil FPS which wants to ruin all your fun, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the know.
I can see that being on
wouldn't
mobile
doubt
game.
that.
A spin-off, maybe like the Spartan Assault games or Spartan Strike, but there's no way that's going to be Halo 6.
No.
Just go
No guns?
digging. go dig some
I
stuff.
would like to point out, in a guide that we did recently, Gavin asked if they would ever make a Halo without guns.
He really asked that?
He called it and asked what it would be like.
His nose is so
Way to go,
smart.
Gavin.